Well, welcome back YouTube, episode 42. You guys want to see me install and how I do luxury vinyl plank flooring that is glued down in a bus? Well, let's get after it. First of all, I want to apologize for the fans. This is still Sunday, February the 1st. My episode 41 is uploading right now, so I decided to keep on working and try to get this done. So I have cleaned the floor. One of the things that I have done up to this point before I started the video is I have brushed and vacuumed this floor no less than 5 times. I want to explain the process to you. Cleaning is a 3-stage process for me on this. This flooring has been down for well over a year, and I have been tracking and painting and staining and doing all kind of stuff on top of it during that time. And so I am going to make sure that it is extremely clean because I do not want any issues with my flooring. So I have vacuumed it up 3 times. One of the things I'll show you is I used that fitting right there and got all the big stuff up. Then I used that fitting right there with a brush on the end, and I vacuumed everything up, trying to loosen up the dust and stuff. Even with that, I took that brush and I went over the floor and the corners and everywhere else and had the vacuum running with this fitting on it and brushed the floor really well, and I was always getting stuff up. So at this point I think it's fairly clean from a vacuum perspective. The next phase that I am going to do is using the sponge with water, which is what that bucket is that's out there in the distance is for. And I'm going to wipe this down and get anything that's remaining on the floor with that. And then the final step in the process after that dries is I am going to go over the entire area with a tack cloth. I have in cleaning this, I filled up my jeans and shoes and everything with dust and dirt and sawdust and all of that stuff from kneeling on and crawling over the floor. I just blew everything out so that I don't have any. I'm kneeling on the floor right now. Hopefully I don't have anything. And yeah, I do. That was not there 5 minutes ago. So as you can see, there's still things on the floor, and I want to make sure I get them all up. So we're going to set this down and put it in a advantageous position, and we're going to start wiping down the floor. Alright, so I've already gone through stage 1 of the cleaning, which is all the vacuuming, brushing, and everything else. Now I am moving on to stage 2 of the cleaning. I've got my bucket right here with a heavy-duty sponge, warm water, and all I'm going to do with this is more or less wipe down this entire area with the hope that the sponge will pick up any dirt, dust, grime, anything that might be on the floor. It is just water. I'm not trying to degrease or anything, so let me show you how that works, and I'll show you what it looks like because I have already gone through quite a bit of cleaning on this, so we'll see what happens. So far, it looks pretty good. tried to show you, but one thing that I'm noticing in doing this is that with all of the various drilling and everything else that I've done, I'm noticing that when I do the sponge, I'm picking up very fine particles of metal, picking them up with the sponge, so that is actually a good thing. So I'm going to continue on. The sponge is picking up a lot of that sawdust that you saw that my jeans had picked up previously, so that's a good thing as well. So let me move the camera and we'll go over here to this side and we'll knock this one out. Yeah, I'm definitely picking up metal slivers off of the floor of the sponge. I can see them sparkling in the sponge. I doubt that you would be able to see them because they're very small, but they are there. So I've got first pass the entire floor wiped down. I'm going to rinse out the sponge and let this dry, and then we're going to go into phase 2. Or actually it would be phase 3. Just so you can see, I do want to show you one thing. If you look in the bucket right here, so when I started, that was crystal clear all the way down to the bottom. I don't know if you can pick it up, but there is sawdust, all kind of stuff floating in that water, and it is dark and gray. That's all stuff that was picked up off the floor with that sponge. When I started, this was crystal clear all the way to the bottom. So all of that is what came off this floor just by going over it 1 or 2 times with that sponge. So right now I'm going to let this dry, and then we're going to go into phase 3 of the cleanup process. Alright guys, we're ready to commit. So in case you haven't seen it in any of my earlier videos, so I've got this black line that runs across the floor. That's the lineup line for my tile. And the reason that that's there is when I get to the front of the cab, it'll end up at exactly a full tile. So that's why that line is there. I am going to put the glue down in the reverse order that I'm going to put the tile down. So I'm going to start at the line and work my way back through to the channel with the glue. The reason being is it's easy for me to access through here. Check and make sure the glue is dry. If the glue is dry, because that's the last place that it was installed, I can come around through the door over here. I've already staged the door so I can open it. Come through here, and then I'll start laying in the tile. Now this glue is pressure sensitive. I've got my roller right there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to put as many tiles down as I can, make sure they're all aligned, make sure the seams are right, make sure everything is good to go. Then I'm going to roll them down, make sure they're in place. Once I get that done, I'll move my tile stack forward and I'll continue working, and I'll work and work and work and work until I get up to here. So that's the process, that's what's going to happen. So first thing I'm going to do is put this on time lapse. Try to put the camera in a good position so that you can see the glue going down, and then I'm going to let this set up. It takes about 30 minutes or more. I'm going to take care of some other stuff, and then I'll come back and put the tile down. Once I put the glue on the floor, I have 8 hours. I am not going to be working until 3 o'clock in the morning on putting this tile down. I'm hoping it only takes like 1 or 2 hours. Everything is already cut, everything is already measured, everything is already staged, so it should be a piece of cake. So, let's see what happens. Alright, well there it is. Got all the glue down. Now it's time to hurry up and wait. I got to let this stuff tack up before I can start putting the tile down. So I'm going to let it dry up. I'm going to go take care of a few other things, give it a chance to dry out, and when it is, we'll be back and we'll start laying down some vinyl plank flooring. One of the things in my great brilliance, if you look over there, there's the lid to my glue can. My glue can's right here. So I got to go around the bus, got to go in through the front door, grab my can so I can seal it up so it doesn't dry up. But lesson learned. Alright, so at this point I'm just going to let this dry, and I'll be back. Alright guys, I'm back. This is an update on the glue. I'm still waiting for it to dry. If you look across the floor, you can see some of the darker spots. They're still a little bit tacky. Everything that's light is ready to rock and roll. But those thick spots, I need to let them dry out a little more. So wanted to bring you up to speed on that and show you how that's going to work. And let you know where we stand with the glue setting up. One of the things that I do want to share and try to explain, because when I come back I'm going to be on time lapse putting floor tile down. So I'm going to start back there at that line, work my way this way. I'm going to this is all pressure sensitive glue, so I should be able to lay the tile down on top of the glue, get it positioned where I need, get everything lined up. I'm going to try to do as many rows as I can. Once I get a good set of rows in place and I'm comfortable with the way that they lay and they fit, then I'm going to roll them in, lock them down, make sure that they're good, and then I'll move my tile stack forward and I'll just keep working across the floor until I get over here and finish up right here at the trough in the floor. So I'm going to wait a little bit more. My last episode video is just about ready to release. I'm watching it. So hopefully this will dry up pretty quick and I can start working on getting some tile down. Not quite there yet. I turned the heater off, and when I did that, it has started cooling down a little bit in here. It's now at about 64, 65 degrees as opposed to 72. But that's because I have a huge heat sink up there in the front of this bus that I have to figure out a way to take care of. But for the most part, when both of the heaters running, it's kicking and keeping this thing warm. As you can see, it had the bus up at about 70 something degrees. Got warm enough to kick on the cooling fans in my equipment cabinet. So I need to get this floor down. I need to get that heater back on because it's supposed to drop down to a record low of about 6 degrees tomorrow morning. So I need to get her done, and I'm committed now. I can't stop until I'm done. So, and I've got 8 hours. I don't plan on working on this until 3 o'clock in the morning. I can tell you that right now. But as soon as this sets up and I can start putting floor tile down, I'll be back. We'll be on time lapse and we'll get her done. Alright guys, for the most part I think this is ready. I am going to put this on time lapse. There's still a few tacky spots in the really dark areas, but it's getting late and I want to get this stuff down. I hope I don't regret it, but I think it'll be alright because all of the light spots are exactly where they need to be. Some of the dark spots are still tacky and transfer to my finger, other ones don't. So that said, I'm going to put this on time lapse. I'm going to walk around the outside of the bus, come in the front door, and we're going to start putting some tile down. Well, there it is, folks. I got her done. Look at that. I gotta tell you that my idea to key all these planks and use that tape was a godsend. I did all my initial rolling. I must have something under there. Oh well. Did all my initial rolling. I'm going to go back over it several times, make sure that it's all secured. But got it all in. I'm going to get all the tape up so that the roller don't make that tape a permanent part of the tile. What I do want to show you is, if you look right here, so this tape is a seam between the tiles. This is a tile. There is absolutely no difference. Everything is nice and tight. Everything is square. Going through this, let me try to find here's some edges right here. So here's an edge, nice and tight right there, nice and square, nice and square and tight right there. So came out really good. I'm really happy with it. Got her all in, got it all done. So this is permanent. My kitchen is now, once I put that wall in, complete. I got a piece of trim to put right there, but I've already got it cut. I got a piece of trim to put right there, but I've already got it cut. Put the wall in, get this all stained, sealed, get the refrigerator in, kitchen will be done. Done. Excuse me, done. Makes me happy. It didn't take near as long as I thought it would. Let me see what time it is. So I started everything at about 6 o'clock and it's 8:30, so 2.5 hours. That includes, 2.5 hours includes all the cleanup, vacuuming, brushing, wiping down, waiting, and installing the tile. 2.5 hours for this area. It's not a big area, but one of the things that saved me a huge amount of time was that I pre-prepped and staged everything, had everything cut to fit, marked everything, keyed everything, knew exactly where everything had to go back in, and that was a huge asset to getting this done quickly. So I don't know if you saw in the time lapse, but there were times where I'd put the tile down, I'd pull it up, turn it around because I had it backwards. So those keys definitely saved my ass. Everything is matched up. All the patterns are matched up. I'm really happy with the way that it turned out. And now I'm going to go take a break, let it sit, and then I'm going to come back and roll it probably 2 or 3 more times just to make sure that everything is nice and tight and secure and stable. I'm going to figure out a way to do some compression on these back areas back here, and where I can't get my roller in, and get some pressure on that so that they stick, don't roll up. But it's all done. So with that, I am going to call this one a wrap. I got my luxury vinyl plank flooring in from beginning to end. You got to watch it all. There it is. Now my entire kitchen is done. And one of the things I didn't get to show you earlier, and I apologize for it, but one of the things that I noticed, I had a piece of the flooring that was sitting up on the counter, and I laid it up there and I was looking, and it's really nice that the actual grain and everything from the vinyl plank flooring actually matches and blends with my countertop. So I like that as well. Not exactly, but it looks good, it works, it complements. So with that, my battery's about to die. I'm done. We're going to call this a wrap. Vinyl plank flooring installed. Have a great day.